everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today it's going to be the start of a mini series I'm going to do this whole week, which I will be titling My Week with the Vault, because I did purchase the Jaclyn Vault collection with Morphe and I did get the whole thing, and I figured the best way for me to try out all the products, try out as many colors as I can, and let you guys know my thoughts on the collection itself would be for me to use each collection a different day of the week, and so that way you can see everything, you can see how it performs for me and how I would use the colors. So this is what the box looks like. It is white, it is silver, it's like silver confetti running out the side. Jaclyn's picture is on the back here with a little bio, and then when you open this up you have another little box, and this is where all of the collection is stored. So I had read or heard a lot of people were saying that some palettes had like an L1 or L2 or P1, P2 on their palette. Now I don't see that anywhere on mine. There's nothing that says those on here, as well as inside the palettes themselves, and I've looked everywhere, so I don't know if that's good or not, but I just wanted to let you know that I haven't seen that on any of mine. Okay, so for my very first video, My Week with the Vault, I'm going to be using the Armed and Gorgeous palette. So all of the palettes on the outside look the exact same, and then of course you do get a mirror in these ones. I feel like this is the most understandable of the palettes, in the sense that a lot of different people can actually use this on a daily basis. The colors are a little bit more friendly to a larger range of people, because you can do a lot with it as far as like basic looks, simple looks, or you can smoke it out and get a little bit crazier, whereas the other ones are a little bit, oh my god, my nose, whereas the other palettes are a little bit more vibrant. And quite honestly, I'm very terrified of the Dark Magic palette, because it's like, it's not me. But I still will be using it, but it's not happening today. So what I'm going to do is just jump off camera. I'm going to put a base down on my lids, just so that you know I'm going to use the Ruby Kisses eyeshadow primer. I'm going to set it with the Coty Airspun, and then I'm going to be right back. I'm only going to do one eye on camera because my camera overheats after about 16 minutes, so I don't have all the time in the world. And I'm first going to go into the color Access right here. It is kind of like a Dijon mustard yellow. I really like putting stuff like that in the top section of my upper crease area, like the transition, but above that. And I don't know what I'm doing yet, and quite honestly my nose is driving me up a wall. It itches so bad, and to be honest I haven't touched any of these, so I'm not a big fan of swatching colors. First of all, you're really just wasting it so you can see what the color looks like, and second of all, how things transfer on eyelids is going to be a lot different than when you just swatch it on your arm. So yeah, I'm not going to swatch them, but I am going to go with my favorite crease brush. I'm going to go into the color Access, and I'm dipping my brush in, and there is just a little bit of fallout, not a ton, and honestly, I don't care about fallout. It's not something that has ever bothered me, and that is why I always do my eyeshadow first, generally speaking, unless I 100% know the palette. So this color went on beautifully. It's perfect. I'm able to blend it. It's got a lot of pigment. I mean, I barely tapped my brush in there, and I mean, I've got this whole section done already. It's not patchy. It's actually really, really pretty. So I'm not having any issues with this first transition shade. So that's good. I'm sorry you have to stare at this. I did not think about that. Sorry. Okay, so that was super easy, and this color's already on. It's already done. What I want to do now is deepen that up a tad. The color Secure right here. It's like a brownie orange. It kind of reminds me of like a deep melon. And I'm going to put that right below. So I dipped my brush in here. I am not getting any kickback or fallout, and if I did, it is very, very minimal. What I want to do is kind of like look down so that I can really focus this in my crease the best that I can. This color is not patchy either. It went on really easily. And it's blending out really nicely as well. I feel like the colors in this one are just more, they're just safer, you know, and that's why I feel like this would be probably like if you are not like super bold and you don't want to be trying like crazy purples and blues, this would be the palette to get because it is a lot of those neutral shades. Look how pretty this is. This is blending very, very nicely for me. Alright, so that color went on so nicely as well. You don't have to build it up a ton because it is pigment right away. I'm going to go in now because I want to try to use as many colors as I can for you. So I'm going to go in now with this one over here called Agent. It's a little bit deeper than the first one that I just used, so it will add a bit more drama, and this is way more on the brown side, whereas this one is more orange. You might not be able to tell much on camera. And I'm actually just going to use the same brush. It gets some kickback, more than I did with this one, but it's still not insane. Like, it's not enough to complain about. So what I'm going to do again is just kind of tilt my head back, and I'm going to put this right below. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I hate when people are doing videos and their hand or their mirror is blocking their face. I'm like, move something so that I can see what you're doing. It bugs the crap out of me. You guys, my nose, I'm about to just like take it off. Oh my god, this is so pretty. So you can still see all three of the colors, and they've blended together gorgeously. They're not muddy, they're not melting into each other, and the pigment is spot on. I'm going to go in with the color Smooth Criminal right here. This is definitely a much darker, I want to think like a wooden brown. There's a little bit of kickback, not a ton. I feel like I just want to mention that every time so that you know and you can also see. So what I'm going to do is focus this on the outer section here. It's showing up, but it's not as dark as I would expect. So maybe I'm using the wrong brush. That definitely deepened it up. Sorry about that. My husband just got really, really exciting news. So back to me and my filming. Yeah, I'm not that impressed whatsoever with this color Smooth Criminal right here, the brown that I've been using. I feel like, I mean, I've now gone in with 2 different brushes and it's still just very underwhelming for me. So I'm gonna try again with another brush. I mean, I'm gonna go in next with a deeper brown, but I just feel like I would like some more from this color right here. I'm not a fan of this brown. I think that, I don't know, you can't really see it. It's not as like, not like that wooden brown that I was saying it looked like. So I'm not loving that, but all of the other ones I really, really was. So like I said, I'm going to deepen it up now with Prowl right here. I'm going to use the same brush, and it's this dark one right here. I don't know why I'm trying to name this so well. It's a dark brown, okay. So again, I want to focus this on this outer edge here. What I'm trying to decide right now is, see, this one's got some more color to it, some more pigment. Definitely deepened it up. It's definitely deeper. It packs more of a punch. Maybe these types of browns are just not for me. Maybe I like more of like that very, very warm brown. And look, like you can still see all of the other colors that I've been using, which I love. I love that gradient. So all of these are blending together really, really nicely. I'm not having any issues with pigment or patchiness except for that first brown, that Smooth Criminal. Not really my type of shade. Okay, so what I want to do is figure out which one of these gorgeous glitters I want to use in the inner corner here. I always use a glitter glue when I'm working with shimmer. It's non-negotiable for me. I'm going to put the next one down. So I'm going to use my finger. Classified. It's so pretty. Oh, that is gorgeous. But it definitely feels really, really rough, whereas the other ones feel very smooth. It's pretty, but it's not quite as, like, it almost comes off as like a topper. You know how it's like a little bit clear, you can see through it a little bit. Like, there's enough pigment down where you can still see this color and it's gorgeous, but I feel like these first two are way more like pow, pop, and then it takes over the whole look. I love this look right now. I think it looks really, really pretty. So I'm going to jump off camera. I'm going to do the rest of my face. Ta-da! My full face is on now. I want to do my lower lash line. So I do think I'm going to go in with Top Secret right here, this green. It's a beautiful, almost like army green, and I think that'll go really well with this look. As I've been doing, I will show you a little bit of fallout. Yeah, see how that just kind of like tied everything together? Really needed a color on my lower lash line today. So I don't know if I've just like started to learn how to do my lower lash line a little bit better, but I'm not getting any in my eye, and this never happens. So I'm super thrilled about that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Guilt Trip, and I'm gonna use that as an inner corner highlight. Okay guys, so this is my look fully done. This is day one, look one of my week with the Vault. So what I've got to say is I love this palette. I think it's so pretty. I didn't have any issues with blending. I didn't have any patchiness. I really barely had any fallout either. And I'm totally in love with how my look came out today. I will say I'm not all that impressed by the two browns in this palette, these two right here, just because I feel like they could have a lot more pigment. They didn't go on as deep dark brown as I wanted or expected them to, so that was a little bit disappointing, but that is only 2 shades out of the 10 that you get, so I can kind of look past that. Also, these shimmer shades are stunning. They're so gorgeous. I haven't seen colors like them before. They're creamy, they're blendable, they've got really great texture, and they've got a lot of pigment. So I will definitely be reaching for this palette. I love it. So yeah, I think that'll be the end of today's video. I had nothing but good experiences with the palette so far. I can't wait to go on with my week. Tomorrow I will be using the Ring the Alarm palette because I do also think that one is on the more approachable side, whereas the other two are a little bit more crazy. So I will see you guys in my video tomorrow. Yes, baby. Thank you. Bye.